see ya. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give me a sign if you wanna.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. I just thought of recording because some of you guys love the work content, just me showing little bits in here from work. And I just finished up this Rolls Royce Wraith. It's a used car. It's going on a lot for us, and just want to show you like the little bits and goodies about it. Like, it's a V12. You know, for those that haven't really seen a Rolls Royce engine bay, it's pretty tight. And for my techs out there, are you doing a spark plug job on this? If a customer came up to you and requested a spark plug job, let me know. But you know, this is like one of the more basic ones. Super tan interior, black on chrome. It's nice. Over here we got a 911 Carrera 4S, so it's the all-wheel drive one. It's nice. What do you guys think about the new models? Y'all fucking with it since they stopped? Look at that price number. Since they stopped making the GT3s and GT2 RSs for the time being, and they came out with the new 911s. Which one are you guys taking? So little snippet of what today's work is like. It wasn't too bad today. A little busy. Might be my last car of the day. Who knows? It's a little kind of early. I leave at 7, and so we'll see what we have for the rest of the day. I thought I'd give you a little sound clip of the Carrera 4S. That's about it for the Carrera 4S. All right, guys, so it's been a couple days since the last footage I showed you at work. Right now we're back with Josh's Miata doing some more maintenance. Before it was the upper control arms. Now you say the ride feels a lot better now?
Yeah, definitely.
100% better with the stock arms. But as you see, they're not broken or anything like that. But right now his starter is actually going out. And I think it completely went out when we were trying to get it in here, so we had to push it. So, but I have the 3 bolts that are holding the starter to the bell housing, the one with the nut and bolt, and the 2 bolts that are holding it. And now I gotta take off the bracket, which is the bolt hole is right there. And then gotta take out the wiring and stuff like that, and it should be able to come out. But I'm not gonna show you guys the full process just because it's small space. I'm a big guy, and it's just gonna be too tedious for me to set you guys up, and you guys really want to be able to see anything. But I'll do my best to explain if for those that don't know how to take out a starter. There's actually a lot of videos on it, but you know, to make it more self-explanatory, more easy, I'll try my best. But yeah, we're gonna get that done, and then reseal his thermostat housing area right there. So something super easy. He has the gasket, and then we have the RTV around it just to make sure it's double sealed. And then that should be it for maintenance for today. All right, guys, so not that long later, we finally got the starter out. I definitely should have disconnected the plug and the bolt earlier, but you know, it's out. Just got to swap the bracket over. I might clean that up for him. But we got the good old Duralast Johnny right here, as you guys can see. Hopefully this is not a shitty one, because you know, obviously, you know, with all his own shit, you know, it's a 50-50 depending on what you get. But yeah, I'm just gonna swap the bracket over, probably clean it up for him. pop it on, put it back in, and then get started on the thermostat housing regasket. And that's easy. Just got to put a pan underneath so there's no coolant or water on the ground. And yeah, easy, like half an hour job. All right, y'all, update. Starter's in, everything's plugged in and all that stuff. Oh, that thing died? That thing just died. That's whack. But I was gonna have Josh test it out before we let it down or anything like that. So if you want to try to start it in there, just make sure that. Oh yeah, let me plug that battery in and then I start it. It's gonna be kind of awkward, but make sure it's not in gear, and then try to start it. There we go. There we go. Start, replace. You can turn it off now. Now we just got to do his thermostat housing. Just reseal, regasket that. It's literally just 2 bolts on top, remove it and all that stuff. But we're probably gonna make a mess because it has coolant in it. So yeah. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the video. It's been a little bit since the last time I recorded. I'm pretty sure last thing I recorded was doing maintenance on Josh's car, and it's been a little bit since then. My birthday passed, so thank you to all that said happy birthday to me. We had a fun time, and you know, it's good to have friends to enjoy it with. So but right now, you guys might see, or you might look at my video before, depending on when it goes out, that Brett, he traded his E46 for this Miata, and this Miata has been nothing but a pain so far for him, because his E46 was perfectly fine. It was just, you know, it needed some things here and there, and you know, obviously we convinced him that he should get a Miata as a drift car, like a drift daily, whatever, and you know, obviously he went with it. And gotta say, the last owner definitely effed him on this trade, just because the last owner definitely just beat the living snot out of this car, and you know, definitely didn't take care of it, and it shows. Last night, biggest thing that they were doing is taking the 6-speed swap out of this car so Chris can have it for his car. And then obviously he got a 5-speed out of it. He got a clutch and some other stuff. But we noticed last night that his oil pan has a huge crack in it. You can see it right there. And it was seeping out. And, you know, Brett was about to pull out the whole entire front timing stuff to do the front main seal. But little did we know, there's a huge crack in the oil pan, and everything underneath it was oily because of that. So what me and Brett did while everyone else was, you know, doing their own thing, you know, having fun, because it is Samit's last day in the US. So, you know, I let them have their fun, but me and Brett focused on his car, because this is his only car. He's in my boat. If my car is down, I need it to get back up as soon as possible, and that's the same thing with Brett. So we dropped the subframe, just changed the oil pan. This is the oil pan from the Rice Miata motor over there, and should be good. We got to the point where it's basically bolted in. We just gotta finish buttoning up everything, and Chris is giving him the upper tables, or the super stables coilovers. He knows that they're junk, but you know, he just wants the coilovers to have them, so hey, why not? And well, my plan is, everyone's at the house still. They're still, like, you know, dead. So what my plan is to button up and finish the car, so when he gets here, all he has to do is put fluid in the trans, fluid is in the engine, just because, like, I feel where Brett's coming from, and you know, it sucks. You know, this car was definitely not worth the trade of his E46, because you love that thing. I'll put a picture right here. And you know, this thing needs some work, but after some work, this thing will be a super reliable Miata for him. It has AC, power steering, you know, he can't complain. Already has a 1.8 diff in the rear. It had the 6-speed, but obviously Chris has that now. So, you know, this thing came with some goodies, but you know, as a friend, you know, I'm willing to help out. I was helping him out. Last night, I was taking the oil pan off. The good old Rice Miata motor fell in my hand last night. And I thought I broke it, but it's not broken. My pinky's just swollen, so I have it taped like this. You can see some cuts on my hand. But other than that, I'm good. But, you know, I don't know, I always get the shit end of the stick, but it's okay. It's a part of working on cars and shit like that. So I'm gonna set you guys up and time lapse me button this car back together, and so it could be a surprise for Brett. So, you know, he doesn't have to do too much when he gets back over here. So let's do this. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse, but right now, I'm gonna grab a light from the front here. Right now, just got the sway bar bolted up. I bolted up the rest of the bolts for the bell housing. We're missing 2, but luckily I had James here to help me look for some more bell housing bolts. And then got the I-beam or power plant frame all bolted up now too. Drive shaft is in. Loctited the bolts. I just got to tighten the bolts for the drive shaft. Exhaust is bolted back together, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I just gotta look over the car, make sure everything's good. Like I said, I want to get this bolted all together and just ready for him to do the fluids, so he can have a nice trip back home, because he lives like an hour to 2 hours away, and he comes down all the time on the weekend. So, you know, and he's from Connecticut, so, you know, gotta help out the Connecticut homies all the time. But yeah, James. But yeah, you know, this Miata is really not that bad of a Miata. It was a shitty trade just because the last owner, like I said, you know, bullshitted him and, you know, didn't tell him about all the stuff that was wrong with it. And I wish that one of us was there to help Brett make the decision, because, you know, he's not really the best, like, impulsive decision maker ever. So, you know, obviously we convinced him to get a Miata, so he got a Miata. But this one just needs some love and affection, and this thing could be ripping really soon. But just gotta get the maintenance down first, and so I'll pick back up once, you know, they're probably, when Brett's here, Chris is here, and all that stuff, so I could show him that all he has to do is put fluid in. So, all right, so I'll check back in with you guys. All right, guys, so after a little bit, we just got back to the shop, and Brett, for the most part, all you gotta do is put that steering shaft back on, tighten up the rear drive shaft bolts, and put some fluid in.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
No, I meant that's literally me and James worked on your car while you were sleeping. So we worked on your car while you were sleeping, dude.
I was wondering why I was sleeping.
And why do you think the engine thing is off? Everything's pretty much bolted back up, dude. Gave you now instead of missing 2 bell housing bolts, you have every single one of them now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Fancy.
yeah, fancy guy. And then literally tighten up just the drive shaft, because I put Loctite on it. You just gotta tighten it. And then
Oh shit! Oh man.
like I said, I literally worked on your car while you were sleeping, just to be nice, because I knew Chris wasn't gonna get up. So, but yeah. So I'll pick up when it's finished. So, all right. So update: car now has fluid. Everything's all bolted up correctly now. Right now, Brett is trying to adjust the clutch pedal, and at first it made a weird sound. I'll let Brett start it. house knocking sound, but it's the competition clutch that was in the Rice Miata, and you guys heard what that was. Oh, did you tighten down the motor mounts? Alright, turn it off. You gotta tighten down the motor mounts. I thought you tightened that.
I know I did the actual brackets that tightened.
I thought you tightened that last night. Oh my god, no wonder why it's jumping around. But yeah, but that knocking sound is the flywheel hitting the metal dust shield that connects between that connects between the two bell housing and the engine itself. And if you guys remember from Chris's videos, it did that with his Rice Miata. So at first, when I heard it, I was in disbelief because all we did is fucking change an oil pan, and I didn't want to believe that it gave a rod knock. So, but I called Chris to confirm that it was the clutch that made that sound. So it just needs to wear in, I guess. But yeah. So Brett needs to just drive it around, feel the car around after he tightens the motor mounts, because I thought he tightened that last night. But yeah, we'll get back to you. Brett, you're fucking a maniac, dude.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, no. First thing he does, off rip, right over there, he fucking clutch dumps it and clutch kicks it to test it out. I mean, that's one way of testing it out, but the car seems to run fine. It doesn't seem like anything's really wrong with it, Brett. No? Okay. It's good. I made sure this thing was gonna get back on the road nice and good. So, but yeah, no, the car runs and sounds pretty fucking good for what it is. 1.8. It moves surprisingly. I don't know how. Fucking, it looks like it fucking boosted low key, but I don't know. But yeah, so Brett should be on his way after he finishes putting back his interior and some other guys things. So finishing the video in the Sad Boy Corner, just edited what you guys saw and just, you know, wanted to close it out. Brett made it home perfectly fine. The car is running good. The noise actually went away because obviously it self-clearance itself. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy to me, but you know, if it is what it is. And yeah, so, you know, I'm just happy that, you know, Brett was able to get back on the road safe and sound. The car is A1 now. He says that it, you know, drives better than ever, which is good. You know, I'm glad I could help out a friend. And also with Josh too. His car is running A1 as well. Start is perfectly fine. No leaks at the thermostat housing anymore. And yeah, you know, I just try to help out as much as I can, you know, give my knowledge, give my, you know, whatever I can do, a lending hand to anyone that needed it or needs it in general. So, you know, that's just the way I am, the way I was raised. So, you know, gotta help out. But hope you guys like this video. Sorry if it's all over the place. I could have had a couple videos out, you know, but it's just like I didn't feel like picking up the camera and, you know, recording, or my phone, sorry, picking up my phone and recording. But, you know, it is what it is. Just sold my Vorstomans today, so hopefully that money can go towards refreshing the motor and buying some turbo parts, because I got my turbo, like I stated, and got my intercooler. I need intercooler piping, which I can either get a kit off of like the Facebook Marketplace or something like that, secondhand, or, you know, stuff like that. But I still got a long ways to go for that. But you know, just keep rocking with me. I'm super thankful that you guys are still rocking with me. And to all the new people, welcome. This is my channel. I'm trying to be as frequent with my videos as possible, but with working full time and, you know, just being caught in the moment, it's sometimes hard for me to record, and I don't want to steal anyone else's content. So that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, put it down in the comments what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.